Get acquainted with your fears, ask questions, and be prepared to transform. Hello there, I'm Sarah Silverstein, and I'm an international breathwork guide here to talk to you today about some minor fears that you may have regarding diving into a breathwork journey. When I started my exploration into breathwork, I was terrified. I felt that I wasn't going to belong, I feared what was going to happen in my body, and I had heard some wild stories that kept me away for a bit. But I also heard so many positives that I had to give it a shot. The most common fear I hear from people is that someone told them in their practice their hands cramped up so much that they were in crippling pain. Listen, this may happen to you. However, you need to be reminded that you have control over your session. When your hands get tight in breathwork, your body is begging for you to listen to your needs. Are you exhaling more air than you're inhaling? Is there a blockage in your heart? Our hands are how we express love, so if they start to get tight, try to place them over your heart and breathe into them. My hands became heavy stones my first few sessions, and slowly over time, I saw how bad I was at receiving love, and I started to take action. Now my hands fly up and dance around while I breathe. Every sensation is begging you to pay attention to your body and your needs. The body has a lot of reactions when you start to change your breathing, and I remember my friend saying that his mouth tightened up so much he thought he wouldn't be able to continue the breath. If you tip me off to any sort of pain sensation, I'm likely going to want to avoid it. It is our natural response to protect ourselves, but what I've learned is that a tight mouth is temporary, and it's actually energetically connected to so many other things in our body. I'm here to let you know your jaw may get tight. It's okay. A good guide will continue to remind you to stretch everything out and also to slow down if you need. After all, it's just the breath. Another common fear that I hear from clients is that they're afraid to lose control. Breathwork is an entirely self-regulated practice. You are in complete control the whole time. Imagine if someone told you to hold your breath right now. They told you to hold it until you passed out. Would you? Or would you start breathing again when your body told you that it was time? That is the same thing in breathwork. At no moment do I have control over your breathing. That's you. I always tell people if they want to feel more, breathe more. If you want to slow it down, slow the breath down. Remember, at no moment are you not in control. You are learning how to listen to your body's wants and needs with every breath. You have complete power over yourself. Always. Now, something tells me you have an open mind because you're here learning about breathwork, but for so long the world was hesitant to do work that may elicit a strong feeling. Breathwork's entire purpose is to help you facilitate an emotional release. We've been carrying heavy emotional baggage for way too long. When we release these emotional traumas, it can be intense. There is no need to fear an emotional release. Your healing journey is a long path, and it will bring you to miraculous lands if you allow it. If you choose to live in fear of what may happen, you will undoubtedly miss out on the euphoria of the release. Feeling is a part of our human nature, and there is nothing to fear in a breathwork journey. Your mind and your body will take you to where you're ready to go. But also remember your own innate power. If you don't feel stable enough to do a breathwork journey, opt out and do something that fills your soul. All meditation practices are simply guiding you home to you. So learn to listen to your internal voice and take action when it's right for you. Which leads me to the final fear. What if I feel traumatized after? My first group breathwork experience left me laying over the side of my couch for the entire next day. I had no idea what I had just been through. I felt like someone had just sucked all the joy out of my system. I reached out to my guide and she assured me that this was temporary. These were feelings, ideas, and emotions that I had been holding on to for probably my entire life. I had just woken up to my own reality that I had decided to stuff so much within my body that I was willingly suffering every day. The day after my first journey may have not been my most euphoric 24 hours of my life, but that feeling passed. I told my then partner how I was feeling, I let my best friend know, and I reached out for help when I was concerned that it was going on for too long. Feelings and emotions are bound to shift when we bring attention to the root cause. My healing journey has had highs and lows, which I am grateful for, but no one ever promised me that healing would be quick and easy. Sometimes we get dirty walking through the mud of our past. That being said, I'm a huge proponent for outside help. I've been in therapy on and off for the better part of a decade, and when I need help, I do not struggle to ask for it anymore. So if you feel low after a session, utilize the resources that are around you, and remember that sometimes things are messy, but that this too shall pass. I hope this video has quelled any fears that you may have about trying breathwork. Fear has been an incredible touchstone for growth for me. So get acquainted with your fears, ask questions, and be prepared to transform. Thanks for watching today. I'm Sarah Silverstein, and I hope to see you again soon.